The courtroom was already restless when the doors creaked open and she walked in alone. Marine Colonel Alexandra Hayes carried herself with the rigid posture of someone who had spent decades commanding respect. But that morning, there was no formation behind her, no medals glinting beneath bright ceremony lights, only whispers trailing in her wake. The headlines had not been kind. Accusations, investigations, political pressure. In a matter of weeks, the decorated officer who had led troops through sandstorms and firefights found herself standing alone before a civilian court. Her legal team had withdrawn the night before, citing conflicts. Her colleagues, once eager to salute her, were suddenly unavailable. The media benches were packed, hungry for a fall from grace. In the back row sat Daniel Brooks, a single father who had taken the morning off from his construction job. His 7-year-old daughter, Lily, sat beside him swinging her legs nervously, clutching a small American flag she insisted on bringing. Daniel had served under Colonel Hayes years ago. Back then, he was a reckless 23-year-old Marine with more pride than discipline. She had been the one to stop him from throwing his career away after a bar fight overseas. Instead of recommending discharge, she had fought for him, mentored him, and helped him become the man he was trying to be now, a steady father raising his little girl alone. He hadn't planned to speak. He wasn't a lawyer. He wasn't important. But as the prosecutor began painting the colonel as careless and power-hungry, Daniel felt his jaw tighten. Each sentence twisted the truth into something unrecognizable. They spoke of a mission gone wrong, of orders that allegedly risked lives unnecessarily. They ignored the intelligence reports. They ignored the lives she had saved. Worst of all, they ignored her silence. Colonel Hayes stood tall, but Daniel could see the isolation in her eyes. She wasn't fighting back. Maybe she was tired. Maybe she knew the system had already decided. When the judge asked if anyone wished to speak on behalf of the defendant, the room was still. Daniel felt Lily's small hand wrap around his calloused fingers. She looked up at him. "Daddy, isn't she the one who helped you?" He swallowed hard. Before fear could anchor him to the bench, he stood. "I will defend her." His voice cracked through the courtroom like a rifle shot. Every head turned. The judge narrowed his eyes. "Sir, identify yourself." Daniel Brooks, former Marine, 2nd Battalion. His boots felt heavier with every step as he moved toward the front. "With respect, Your Honor, I served under Colonel Hayes." The prosecutor smirked. "This isn't a character reference hearing." "No," Daniel replied, his voice steady now. "It's about truth." He turned toward the court. "You're calling her reckless. I call her the reason I'm alive. During Operation Iron Dune, our convoy was ambushed. Communications were down. We were pinned for hours. She disobeyed a direct stand-down order because she knew we wouldn't survive if she waited for permission." Gasps rippled across the room. "She led the extraction herself. Not from behind a desk. From the front vehicle. We lost no one that day." His throat tightened. "Including me." The prosecutor shifted uncomfortably. Daniel continued. "Later, when I made mistakes, stupid, selfish mistakes, she didn't bury me. She fought for me. Because she believed Marines don't abandon their own." His voice lowered, but it carried. "And now you're abandoning her." Silence pressed against the walls. Even the judge leaned forward. "Are you aware that her decision that day is part of what's being questioned?" "Yes, sir," Daniel replied. "And if saving her men is a crime, then every one of us she brought home should be standing here beside her." A chair scraped. Then another. From the back rows, veterans began rising, quietly at first. Men and women of different ranks, different years of service. They hadn't planned this either. But one by one, they stood. Colonel Hayes' composure finally cracked. Her chin trembled as she glanced behind her, seeing not abandonment, but loyalty.